Hello and welcome back to the channel. Recently, Route 321 was extended to Scott Road Station during peak hours. In this video, we'll be doing a short review as well as a quick ride video. If you like transit content like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. Also, please consider following the channel on Instagram, which you can find the link in the description. The 321 has always been serving Scott Road Station since starting in May 1975 as a service from White Rock via Wally and into downtown Vancouver, albeit under a different number, but all while retaining the same route to White Rock. By 1986, the northern terminus was moved to New West, and again to Surrey Central in 1994 as the SkyTrain was extended east. However, service to New West and Scott Road has remained as early morning extensions on Sundays when SkyTrain isn't operating. In late 2021, it was decided that the route be extended north to Scott Road during peak hours due to congestion at Surrey Central. Currently, 4 buses per hour make the trip each direction during peak hours. We depart Scott Road Station at Bay 3. Scott Road, as you all know, is the hub for services into Delta, such as the infamous 319 route. This section is relatively short, taking 10 minutes to complete at max, assuming nothing's going on with the Pattullo Bridge. It's a bit early into this afternoon's rush, so it's a bit empty. This New Flyer CNG bus is one of more than 140 running in Surrey. Not all seats are taken right now, but this service fills up after continuing south of the Wally area. I apologize for the dirty windows. It gets cold at night and you don't want to use too much water as it may cause issues with freezing. As we approach 132nd Street, we notice someone get off. To an average viewer, it might be nothing special, but having a look at Google Maps, it's a bit clear why this might be a big deal. There's been a bit of growth in the area, especially around Gateway Station and along King George. New towers are scheduled to be built in the Gateway area in the next few years. Having a look at this, you can see that the extension isn't just because of congestion at Surrey Central, as extending the 321 increases coverage in the otherwise underserved area of King George, an area which is growing in terms of townhouses and condos as discussed just now. King George between 108 and 104th reminds me very much of Hastings Street in Burnaby. You have all these rundown shops and strip malls with different ethnicities, which creates sort of a unique enclave in this part of Surrey. It was always odd to have this section with barely any bus service despite being close to the city center. Though you could say that the SkyTrain has discouraged any sort of bus route reroute to this corridor in part due to prioritizing connections at stations such as Gateway. Now a quick review as the end. The added service was needed for more than just the congestion issue. Having any sort of route extension for coverage is a good start for increasing accessibility and walkability, and we see that in the growth of multifamily dwellings along King George Boulevard. I certainly would like to see this section of the 321 receive full-time transit service at some capacity. Possibly as a different route, but we'll see how it goes from here. At Surrey Central, we swing around to University Boulevard to Bay 9 inside the loop. For those wondering about where to get the 321 north to Scott Road, it's at Bay 14 along City Parkway in front of the corner store. Not the best place to wait, but personally it is what it is, especially when your goal is to have as many buses outside of the loop as possible. Getting off, it's also clear why the 321 needed to be extended. Buses sit inside the loop all over the place, creating certain space constraints. In past service changes, Route 323 128th Street and 335 Fleetwood have been receiving a bulk of the service increases, contributing to space issues during rush hour. Now recently, it was announced that there will be a new layover space for buses at Surrey Central. This new facility will be located behind the new SFU building along 102A Avenue. This isn't to be confused with an actual bus loop though, as buses will still load and unload along 104th and City Parkway as mentioned in the long-term plan. This new layover will be similar to the one built in Guildford in 2019. As for the current loop, it and the parking lot for the former rec center are scheduled to become part of a bigger extension of the SFU Surrey campus. The new layover facility will solve the congestion issues at Surrey Central, the primary reason why the 321 was extended in the first place. And that brings us to the end of this video. If you liked it, please consider subscribing to the channel. Do you think the extension will stay after the new layover area is built? Please leave it in the comments. Anyways, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.